Okay, we're going to play a game. We're going to see how well you guys know each other. Jess, can we get the board? All right, here we go. Scott.
Echo.
What is Jac's favorite movie?
Oh, and I have to write my answer?
Yeah.
Wait, I have 3.
Pick one. Write all 3. Circle the one that you like the most.
Let me see if I can guess.
Okay.
It's something Disney, right? Like The Little Mermaid or something. Go ahead, go.
No, but the new one might turn into my new favorite movie.
Do I say it first? Do we say it at the same time?
You flip it.
Yeah,
you flip it. You flip it first.
Cinderella with Lily James.
Okay.
Okay, so I have 3 top answers. And it has The Greatest Showman, Cinderella, and Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh.
So you did get
Wow.
one
Scott
of
gets
them.
the points.
Everything Everywhere All at Once turned into one of your favorite movies already?
Yeah, I am obsessed with it.
Where was your first kiss?
Here we go. How well do Scott and Jac know each other?
How well do we know where we kissed first?
How well do they know? Go ahead, flip it around.
My kitchen.
Oh, Jac gets a little more points because she wrote near the bench.
Near
the proximity.
bench.
Yeah.
No, she's wrong. We were by the chandelier in the dining room.
What's near the chandelier in the dining room? The bench.
There is no bench in that room.
We weren't in the... You just said we were in the kitchen. Now you're trying to say we're in the dining room?
We were in the doorway of the kitchen and
That's
the dining
the word
room.
I couldn't think of, doorway. I was going to write in the
bench.
doorway, but I wrote near the bench because it was the only other landmark I could think of.
The bench is all the way on the other side of the wall.
No, it's not.
Okay. What's Scott's best feature?
Is it physical or emotional?
Physical.
Should I say mine first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My not too big, but just perfectly sized and shaped.
Perfect.
Okay, what do you actually think I wrote for you?
Probably my teeth.
I wrote his smile and his hands.
Oh.
Scott, what's Jac's worst fear?
Don't think too deep.
I don't know what your worst fear is. You're not scared of anything.
I'm going to tell you my worst fear.
You're not?
My superficial is heights.
Oh.
You know that?
I didn't know that.
Yes, you did. That's why
But
I
you're
don't.
not that scared of heights to where I would think that. Like,
Yes.
you would go on a skyscraper and look at the views in New York. Like, you're not like scared like that.
Yeah, but I wouldn't go to the very end. And if I did, I'm like this looking down. I would never go skydiving. I would never want to go parasailing again. I would never, when I'm in planes, I get really nauseous when I look straight down because I think about how high we are. And if we plummet to our death, we're goners.
I should have just said planes in general.
Planes have become a new fear of mine, but I'm trying to get over that.
Okay, last one. What is Jac's order at a bar?
I have three choices here. Depends.
Okay.
I said whatever I buy for certain occasions.
Whatever Scott gets. And then a shot of tequila. And your second one is a
Shot
tequila.
of tequila, and then a foofy drink if she's on vacation. Or
I
at
was gonna write
like a nice restaurant.
one
where
of
there's,
the
like,
signature cocktails
Yeah.
at like a nice restaurant.
And you feel comfortable using the word foofy. You use it all the time? Use it a lot? Foofy?
Yeah, this is a foofy drink.
Yeah, that's interesting. I use the word foofy too. It's interesting. Thanks for playing, guys.
Done with the boards?
Yeah, get rid of the boards. Scott, I found this for you. This is a pill for binge drinking. Have you heard about this?
Ooh, no.
This is a new pill. And when you take it,
Came out on February 14th, this article.
when you take it, the alcohol, you don't feel it. You don't get happy from the alcohol.
Oh, I realized that it doesn't make me happy in the first place.
Yeah, he's actually, you've really not been drinking a lot lately at all.
Every single day of my life for the last 10 years, I've had a drink before bed, except for like a couple of times that I've quit. I quit for 1 week during the pandemic with her, and I was super happy. It was super easy for me to quit.
Right.
And 8 years ago, for like 3 weeks, I quit because I cried to my dad about spending all of my money on 2 different tables by myself at a club in Vegas.
How did it feel when you went back after the week?
When I went back after the week,
Like,
it was
so
fine.
you skip a week, right? You go a week without drinking. Then what's it feel like when you drink again?
It was fun. Like, it was
This
like
is great.
kind of in the beginning of our relationship, like mid-pandemic as well. So like we would play beer pong and like have shots and like talk and learn about each other, and like it was just kind of like a
That's so
experience sort of
fun.
thing. Versus like the nights that I would just sit and like sip whiskey until I was drunk enough to feel like I didn't have to think and I could just fall asleep really easily. Like that's the habit that I formed since I was like 19, because I always had problems
Yeah.
falling asleep. Like it would take me like 2 hours since I was in elementary school, because I'd be thinking about whether or not I was existing in the right reality, or if I was like
Had like an internal organ that was bleeding, like because he has
Or-
OCD, so
not-
he
like a mental illness. Or something.
Very,
I always
like-
worried if I was like perceiving reality the right way.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I don't know.
I think you're gonna be a lot better when you get older. Because I
That's
had a
it.
lot of that same stuff when I was younger, and it's just I think it just goes away.
I've realized that without drinking, I get less agitated, and I'm able to like change what I'm
Mhm.
thinking about easier.
hmm
And I used to use the drinking as a way to like stop having those thoughts. I realized it actually caused more of the problem.
Have you ever worried about an intervention? Like
That's why I quit.
I was like, please, I
Like,
can't let that
when
happen.
when you were really bad, like maybe a couple years ago, did you ever like think like, am I walking into an intervention? Have you ever thought that?
Not really,
No,
no.
okay.
It's usually egged on by most of my friends, so I don't know why I would get an intervention.
Right.
All of my friends are terrible alcoholics. Like I have to avoid them to like not drink.
when we went to the Super Bowl, I was like, oh, like I wonder if Scott's gonna drink or not, because I look in the corner and there's Todd and Brett, and they're just like
Yeah, they're
taking
drinking.
shots, and they're like,
Yeah.
Scott, come over here, and Scott's like, I drove, sorry,
Yeah.
no.
And you guys know the old I miss the old Heat, the do and blow Heat,
Yeah, yeah.
like whatever, like the little joke song we made up, like, you know, it's all rooted in a little bit of truth. Like when he like kind of slowed down on drinking, and people were like, Heat's boring, he doesn't drink anymore. Like I feel for Heath now.
Yeah. He's gonna
But
live a
you're
long
not
time.
boring. You're not boring at all. This is the better version of you.
No, it's a waste of time.
It is.
Drinking is a complete waste of time, and I'll say that to anybody. All the hours I spent drinking. I was like, what? I look
Yeah.
back on it now. I'm like, I was so dumb.
When I go out at night and I drink, so like my issue is I don't drink every night, but usually when I do drink, like I get so caught up in the moment that I'll drink more than I really should, and I don't realize how much I drank until I left the party.
Yeah.
And then once I'm not around all the loud people who are also drunk, I'm like, oh, I'm actually pretty drunk, and
Mhm.
I have to usually go like straight to bed. I can't go back, and we can't put on a movie or order food. Like I really just need to go to sleep. So that's not fun. And then I'd wake up in the morning and have so much anxiety that I felt
Oh.
like I couldn't really do anything that next day just because I was either hungover or anxious or both.
Yeah.
And now, because you haven't really been drinking, like I'm not really drinking at all either. When I wake up in the morning, like it's so crazy just not feeling that overwhelming darkness of like, oh, today's gonna suck just because you feel hungover.
Right.
It's like, it's so night and day. I think drinking is fun for special occasions. You go on vacation, it's your birthday, but like you don't have to just
Yeah.
over drink.
Realizing that I had a hangover every single day, and that's why I had anxiety, was
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. He was just living in a constant state of hangover.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he always had anxiety and stuff.
Oh, that's really interesting. So the alcohol gives you anxiety the next day.
You didn't know alcohol
Nah.
literally, if you have really bad anxiety and you're drinking alcohol a lot,
Do you feel that?
cut that out of your life and you will not have that
I don't think I
anxiety.
Drink enough.
Right. You don't really drink that much.
To,
it forms GABA in your brain or whatever, which is what makes you like calm and makes you feel loose and stuff like that.
Mhm.
It's like artificial GABA when you're drinking, and then when you're not drinking, your brain can't make it as much. It's kind of like ecstasy and serotonin, how it depletes it.
Mm-hmm.
Just another one of those things, serotonin and GABA.